Greetings, friends, and happy Monday. What is up, folks? Father Axe Keeper, Space Hoptercopter, Itinerant Soldier, lurkers in chat, VOD viewers, and everybody else, welcome, welcome. Itinerant Soldier with the continued membership in the Skull Club. 26 months of unspeakable horrors. That is commendable. I am highly grateful for the support. Appreciate it. I have had a very eventful few days since the last stream. In a manner of speaking, I've barely left the house, but I've been pretty busy organizing and doing stuff. I, as regular viewers will be aware, I spent some time during the summer kind of reorganizing my kitchen in my apartment and installing a sort of 3D printing studio, which I got everything kind of set up. Was able to get into printing a little bit until I had some mishaps and needed some replacement parts. I have now received all of the replacement parts, but I've yet to install them and resume where I fell off on account of having done some other stuff in a similar vein. So as I kind of reorganized, refurnished my kitchen, it dawned on me that I had a lot of untapped potential in my bedroom as well. And a plan was sort of, how do I put it? It wasn't a plan just yet. An embryo of a plan started forming. The realization had taken place that, hey, there's more I can do here. I can make better use of the floor and wall space that I have for storage and for display, and rid myself potentially of the frankly distressing amounts of piles of stuff that are carefully hidden just outside of frame. Yeah, I keep getting these action figures and stuff, and in fact, pretty much all of the Marvel Legends stuff that I've been getting over the past 6 months has all been staying in their boxes because I simply don't have any place to put them. I kind of figured eventually that I could sort of I could do something about it. I could get some more shelving. I could find some ways to sort of move some things around, organize things a little bit differently, and make a lot more room for storage and organizing stuff, which by extension creates more space and opportunity for displaying stuff, which I'm quite excited about. So finally, the other week, a bit over a week ago, I think, I finally, after significant amounts of research and thinking about it, I'd kind of settled on what kind of solution I was looking for. And I made a big order from IKEA. And I had it delivered yesterday. And the delivery was, pretty smooth. No, nothing too dramatic. Just slightly. there was a fair amount of decently sized boxes that I needed to receive. But the bigger thing is I had to make room in my bedroom for the assembly, and it ended up meaning quite a significant amount of both dumping stuff in my kitchen where I had previously made room after my sort of reorganizing there, which is, I mean, that's, I was gonna say it's a good thing I'd done that. Honestly, it was a absolute prerequisite. If I hadn't done that first, I would never have been able to clean up and reorganize my bedroom anyway. But I had, so I could. And that ended up taking quite a bit of time yesterday. Or, I mean, it didn't take all day, but it was, for someone like me who is perpetually lazy about cleaning the apartment, and like I'm just really bad at like getting around to doing stuff that I should do to just like make my life easier, whether it's like changing a light bulb or, you know, just stuff around the house. I'll put up with with not having a light bulb for way too long before I eventually change it, and then I realize, you know what, I could have just done this right away and my life would have been so much better. But I don't know, it's just how things go. But also it you know, not to understate the actual effort that it took. So yesterday I did that among certain other kind of things around the house and some organizing stuff, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of other like stuff that I just don't remember currently, because today I've been a bit just mentally loopy. I am now anyway, because I'm pretty tired after assembling the entire thing and getting it up, and I still have things to do. I need to, and I just received it in the mail today. I'd ordered some LED strips and some stuff to organize a kind of makeshift temporary solution, at least for lighting, which I want to try to, I want to try to do something nice to make it an actual decent display where I can put figures and stuff, you can actually see them. But I wouldn't have had energy to try to install any of that today, even if I would have had time. But the assembly, it's, you know, the instructions tell you to do it with, you know, 2 people, and I think that's for good reason. Also, I mean, I guess it helps if you're a little bit more limber than I am. Just there's a lot of sitting and standing up and sitting down and standing up and squatting and leaning, and I don't know, my back's gonna kill me tomorrow. I'm absolutely certain. But I feel pretty damn good about myself getting it all done, because I kind of had it in my like mind that, all right, once I receive it, I'll set it aside and I'll find time to assemble it sometime this month. But partially because I was pretty excited to, like, once I'd figured out, because I'd looked quite a bit and done a fair amount of research when it comes to the lighting stuff and installing LED strips and doing fancy stuff, and it had been a little bit discouraging, to be honest, because I realized that not only is it going to be a little difficult, I'd need to do things I've never done before, things that are far outside of my wheelhouse. More importantly, I realized that it would be quite expensive. I'm like, if I wanted to kind of replicate what I'd seen others do on YouTube and stuff, the costs can rack up. But I then had a slight epiphany the other day that, like, you know what? I could do this other thing that's maybe a stopgap solution, maybe an alternate solution, maybe a terrible failure, and, like, I'm not sure. But basically the idea is, so what I would want to do, the shelf, first of all, it's a Kallax, for anyone who's familiar with IKEA furniture, and it's like 1.8 by 1.8 meters, a big old square thing with basically 25 square compartments, and I'm going to use the top 3 rows for displays and the bottom 2 rows for storage. Hey, what's up, Cody? And the way I would want to light things is to have a light, like in its simplest form, have, you know, a strip of LEDs in kind of the ceiling, so to speak, of every compartment. And to do that properly, I'd have to drill or otherwise make some kind of holes through each of the vertical dividers to, like, pull the strips through, and some wiring and stuff. And I'd seen some tutorials, and I think I could do it, but I need to get like a drill and some stuff, and I could probably borrow one from work or whatever, but it's just like, I can't do all of that right now, realistically. And it the stuff I would need based on what I'd looked like. So I was looking at some lighting solution that I could get directly from IKEA, which seems like it's the simplest, even though it's not necessarily the cheapest. In any case, I figured I spent enough money on the shelf and a few other things as it was. Adding the lighting stuff in the same order just wasn't feasible. So I figured, you know what, I'll just get the shelf first and I'll figure out the lighting later, even though I kind of knew in the back of my mind that if I settle for the way it is and I start putting stuff in the shelf, there's no way in hell I'm gonna like, all right, time to just empty the shelf so I can put lights in. Like, that's unlikely to happen. But as I said, I'd sort of settled on that, but then I realized, like, you know what I could do, and I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm curious to try it, and it's not that expensive actually, is to get at first I thought a 5-meter strip of LED lights that I could, the idea was I should say, to stick it to the back side of it, because the shelf will be standing up against the wall. So the idea was to kind of just pull a strip, like on the outside edge of the whole thing, and then thinking about it a little bit more, I realized, like, well, the dividers are all solid. I'd need to light more, or else it's just like the outer cells, the outer edge kind of. But doing a little bit of math and measuring and calculating, I figured that, well, if I get a 10-meter strip, I could actually sort of snake it around. So for the top 3 rows of cells, at least the top and bottom have lights, sort of. So obviously this would put the light on the back side of the shelf and not within like the cell, but I'm assuming, and this is where I'm like, oh, we'll see how this works, it'll create enough ambient light, because there's a decent amount of light, like, you know, even if you put it up kind of against the wall, you know, the light sort of spreads a fair bit. I figured it would create enough kind of ambient light to give you sort of a soft, sort of diffused backlighting. And I don't know, that might be a terrible idea, and it might look awful, but I ended up getting I got the 10-meter LED strip and a set of like connectors, so you can cut it up, and like you need it for the corners and stuff. And that all together, I think, was like 40 euros or something. So even if even if it doesn't work, it's, you know, it's a lot less money than the other solutions I'd looked at. And I figured even if I wanted to do more with lights, those two things are not mutually exclusive. These lights are dimmable, so I should be able to put them at kind of a low effect just to get that sort of subtle, I don't know, I'm really excited to see how that might turn out. And I have everything to assemble that. So I don't know, right now the thought of spending time tomorrow night after work doing it seems a little distant, because I'm just so exhausted after messing around with everything today. Like, not only was it took like a good 3 to 4 hours to build the thing, I ended up going out to throw away cardboard trash like at least I think 3 times. And I had to vacuum like 4 times, I think. Like before, during, and after, because there's a lot of just, I don't know, not dust exactly, but a lot of dirt. Like, it's just a mess when you do that shit. And I ended up also having, like, it was sort of a snowball effect of moving things around and cleaning and organizing to make room for the assembly meant that I had to put things in such a way that I had to also kind of restore it afterwards. And I don't know, it was basically an all-day affair. But I'm really happy that I got it all set up, and like, all of the hard work is done. I have like the possibly finicky and time-consuming parts still to do, but at least the literal and metaphorical heavy lifting is done. And I reckon we'll see how I feel tomorrow night. Maybe I'm gonna be jazzed to try to get some of this stuff set up. Maybe I'm gonna want to take a little bit of a rest from it, but I feel really excited because I not only is it gonna, you know, I'll have room for figures. We're gonna, I don't know, maybe we'll do some toy unboxing stuff for all the shit that I bought and already showed on stream, but like at best had to like pull out of the box and then back in. I have in fact a box of toys from Big Bad Toy Store that I got in the mail on Friday, I think. But I sort of decided that, you know what, I won't have any room to display any of that stuff, so I'll just keep that box sealed until I have the shelves up, and that'll give me an excuse, or you know, it'll what's the word, incentive to actually get the shelves up. So the shelves are up, but obviously since I'm going to be doing the light stuff, I can't put stuff in it yet. So now I'm feeling, well, shit, maybe I need to get the lights sorted quickly so I can unbox those toys, because I have in that BBTS box, there's a bunch of Master of the Universe stuff and the Jada Street Fighter Chun-Li figure, which I'm very excited to open up and take a look at. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. And not only did I get that set up, I bought a little, I don't know if you call it a chest of drawers. It's a very flimsy wire thing, but it's a little thing that has drawers, and it fits neatly under the desk, because I have a desk in my bedroom that's kind of my hobby painting space, and it's been so cluttered that I have, like, you know, I used to build Gundams there, but I kind of stopped doing that in there and started doing it here, because even with all my shit that I have here, it ended up being a more spacious, like, work area than in my actual, like, work hobby desk, which is a bit fucked up. So I got a couple of drawers that allowed me to declutter a fair amount by taking a bunch of stuff that was just sitting on the desk and putting them in drawers. And I got some stuff from Amazon today, including the LED lights, but I also got a paint rack that should allow me to sort of stack paint bottles more vertically so they don't have to take up as much space. So getting that all set up and getting the shelves, like, I'm realizing that, you know what, I might actually start enjoying spending time in my bedroom now. I might actually want to hang out. Like, that's part of why this whole thing came about, honestly, or rather part of why it hadn't sooner, is because, I mean, I sleep in my bedroom, and occasionally I do painting or Gundam stuff or whatever, but otherwise I spend all of my time here at my desk or in the kitchen cooking, or, you know, recently with the 3D printing stuff. And I think that's why it hadn't really dawned on me that, like, you know what, I could be doing so much more with this room. I got used to it being a space that I sleep and I don't do anything else in there. And now it's like, you know what, this could be a room where I can actually do stuff and have stuff, and I don't know. So I've only lived here for like 9 years. But hey, better late than never. Oh, what's up, Saletta? So yeah, I look forward to having an idea and realizing it, and it resulting in being able to spend more time with some of my hobbies, being able to kind of achieve things, and yeah, just putting into motion and realizing thoughts and ideas I've had for quite some time with stuff I want to do with displays of figures, and just decluttering some of the shelves here, perhaps, if I'm being a little optimistic, moving things in there, moving things around. And because right now, for a long time, frankly, if I've gotten new figures, if I've opened them up, it's like I'm squeezing in something in a shelf back here. Like, all these shelves behind me, they're all like full, and there's definitely reorganizing to do there. Some of these shelves, especially the bottom ones, have a bunch of junk that really don't need to be there. But in any case, like, there's games and there's books for the most part, and almost every shelf has like a layer of figures in front of them, which makes it's like a half awkward place to put the figures, and none of them for the most part are really like a thoughtful display. It's more like I move them over from my actual figure shelf, and they need to go somewhere because I'm making room for new stuff that I want to put up there. So they end up in these shelves where they're just like haphazardly placed, and it's not, you know, doesn't do the figures justice necessarily, but it also makes it way more inconvenient to try to pull something out of the shelves. And right now I've got like piles of PS2 games and PS1 games and stuff which don't really fit in here either. So I gotta, you know, the work continues. We're not done. But I'm optimistic about some of the stuff. A lot of loose piles of crap and stuff that barely fit into some of the other drawers and stuff I have, and like, I don't know, I'm just gonna be able to organize stuff much better, and I think it should have a kind of cascading effect of other parts of my apartment being better organized as well. Which, on the rare occasion that I do clean and organize stuff, I always feel an intense, palpable peace of mind afterwards. So hopefully, by not just doing a thing, but like setting up better conditions for things to be organized, you know, continuously, can, you know, have a lasting effect on my peace of mind. That's what I hope, anyway. So whenever I do get stuff set up, I posted a picture on Discord of the shelf as it looks right now. You can see that if you pop in there. But as I actually get the display sorted with the lights and getting figures and shit up there, I'll be sure to take more pictures. I'll let you guys know how that goes, and we'll see. You know, as I progress, we'll have reason for more figure unboxings on stream, so that's gonna happen too. So, I'm not physically or mentally at the top of my game tonight. I'm a little bit tired, but I think we'll be doing okay anyway, because of course the main objective of tonight's stream is to continue and hopefully finish Tomorrow Never Dies for the PS1. We started this on Saturday, and it's a really quite enjoyable game. It turns out that it's really quite like basic and simple. The game has 10 levels, and I believe we finished 5, so we finished half the game essentially, and every single level seems very short. The difficulty could ramp up in the second half, we'll see, but I feel pretty confident that we will be able to finish tonight. But we'll see how it goes. So on that note, why don't we hop on over to this scene right here. Game has been flying by. I'm hoping another block of 10 levels will appear after you finish the first set. Well, that would be cool. But I think the manual and or advertising, you know, talked about the 10 missions. So that seems unlikely. And also, given what we know about how the game came together, which granted isn't much, but we saw the advertisement with Desmond Llewellyn from like the summer or spring of 98, advertising the game for a fall 98 release, talking about the game in ways that do not describe the final product, and then the game actually coming out in 1999, late 99 at that. It's, you know, the game isn't of poor quality, but it kind of has the feel of something that came together pretty quickly. It is a fun little game. It's not a bad game, but it you know, it didn't take another year because they were adding another year's worth of content to it. It took another year because presumably they kind of halfway started over and just did a different game. So it's not an, you know, indictment or a judgment of its quality or anything. I'm just saying the game has the veneer or the, you know, the quality of some, well, not poor choice of word, the appearance gives the impression of something that may have come together rather, you know, fairly quickly, which in turn means that it's reasonable to not expect, you know, a secret second half of the game. What's up, Netscape Navigator? EA has standards when falsely claim number of levels on the back of the box. Yeah, well, they're not the Flintstones for the Super Nintendo. It's not the Stealth Affair either, which has like gadgets described in completely wrong ways, or for that matter, Ian Fleming's, oh wait, what was it called? Ian Fleming's 007 James Bond in Live and Let Die, the computer game. Is that what it's called? Where the box talks about like 5 stages that aren't in the game, and like every single aspect of it that it's describing is inaccurate in some way or another. In any case, this is neither The Stealth Affair or Live or Let Die or the Flintstones. It is Tomorrow Never Dies. And yeah, this is the first Black Ops game, and they did make did they make, wait, hang on, I guess we'll find out. It's in my mind they didn't, well, they could have made Tomorrow or The World's Not Enough, but I feel like I remembered them doing some of the later stuff, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. But yeah, the I think the Electronic Arts tenure as you know, chaperone of the Bond property, starting off pretty well, you know, given the track record. GoldenEye was probably a tough act to follow, but it's been an enjoyable game in its own right. Most of them have been, but I think they've been doing a pretty good job as far as we've seen of the game, you know, thus far. But I'm super excited about the other, like, I know I've played the first level of it or so I know that Rogue Agent is really bad. And there's probably going to be a few clunkers here and there. I reckon not all of the handheld or mobile games are going to be amazing, but I would imagine that most of the proper 3D console games are at the very least going to be serviceable. Some of them are going to be great. Many of them, hopefully, are going to have some interesting stuff to show. I mean, yeah, the Game Boy game's tough to follow in a sense, but on the other hand, like, they're such different beasts that I don't think GoldenEye would have really informed expectations of the Game Boy game, and I don't think the Game Boy game really informs expectations of the PlayStation game. Just thinking of it in like contemporary terms, like what it would have been like at the time. But even going to it now, yeah, like the Game Boy game definitely shows how you can incorporate a lot of, you know, charming and fun Bond elements regardless of the game's like fidelity. But at the same time, I think the argument could be made that a lot of the stuff that game does is precisely because of its low fidelity, that trying to recreate a lot of those scenes and elements in a game that looks like Tomorrow Never Dies, just speaking purely hypothetically, would have probably required a lot more effort. So I guess it wouldn't be an entirely fair comparison, but at the same time, like it has shown us what's possible, and I think Tomorrow Never Dies, like, you know, it does kind of what it needs to do. You know, it doesn't feel, like I said, it feels kind of small in scope. The levels are short, but it doesn't feel half-assed. Like, it does feel like they really wanted to do something cool and spectacular in a very different way from GoldenEye. Like, I reckon the stuff like the mission objectives probably would not have looked or functioned the same if it hadn't been for GoldenEye. But we do have like skiing and driving and stuff like that, right? The first stage, like, is a pretty brief action piece, and then like you jump into this skiing section and you do like, you know, you jump and do fucking tricks in the air, and the scene ends with your Union Jack parachute, like shit like that. That's pretty, I mean, it's very Bond, right? It's kind of goofy, but it's like very enjoyable. The stuff like when you're in the printing press rooms and stuff, you shoot the guards and they fall into the printing machines. And, you know, the fucking Kaufman boss fight. I made a joke, literally, like, dude, wouldn't it be sick if that dude is a boss in the game? And he is a boss. Like, they haven't really been, you know, not every scene in the movie is in the game, of course. But, you know, there's a few peculiarities about how it chooses to depict the story and events in the film, etc. But by and large, we haven't like played through a bunch of stages where we feel like, man, I can't believe they skipped this part, or I can't believe this is so half-baked. They really put some thought into like what the player would want to see in the game. Like, yeah, the stage is like 5 rooms long, but at least you can shoot the dudes and they fall into the printing press or whatever. Like, I like that. And I think that in some ways feels very much in the spirit of what the Bond game was like. Or the Bond game, the Game Boy game. Which also I think had that element of, at any given opportunity, the game does some fun stuff, you know, playing with the kind of expectations of a Bond fan coming to it. And that's the kind of the part that I'm the most excited to see as these games. Like, it's cool that the Game Boy game is, I guess it's not fair to say it's the first to do it, but it leans into it very heavily in a way that I think works very well. And it is my hope and my expectation, frankly, that a lot of the games moving forward will be doing the same. Like, because, you know, it would have been difficult perhaps for like the Sega games, or, you know, some of the Amiga action games and stuff. Like, you have elements of it, but with games becoming just a little bit more elaborate, a little bit more detailed, obviously you get stuff like voice acting and FMVs and cutscenes, etc., etc. The bar has kind of been set now, and the expectation is there. So it'll be interesting to see when games do or don't manage to kind of recreate those things. Not just recreate in the sense of recreating what we see in the films, but also kind of recreate that element the way some of these games have. Yeah, the ski section was not the most fun to play because I got really confused by the controls. But thematically it was a cool thing. And it was exciting too, because we like almost died and we just barely made it or whatever. So I reckon where we're at in the game, and by the way, I haven't booted this up again, so I hope my like memory card shit works. It's been a long time since I used MedDefend, so I kind of forget how it works, and I didn't really check to test or anything. But I mean, worst case scenario, we have to start from the beginning, and I wouldn't hate that. We'd be able to, like, we see the timer there. We played for an hour and a half, but I reckon you could get to where we are in the game in like 20 minutes. So I'm not too worried. But yeah, let's boot up the game, shall we? My controls are all still set up. And I hope that I remember what the controls are in the game. The BMW trademark. Oh yeah, by the way, I noticed in my VOD, unsurprisingly, I guess, the song for the opening, the movie theme song, got muted in the VOD. And we kind of know from the opening credits that the ending theme from the film is going to be in the game too. So
Tommy Tellerico Studios.
I'll try to remember to not really talk over that in the end. Not as in like to like because people need to hear it. I just mean that because it's going to be muted, most likely, I don't want whatever comments I had to be deleted. So I'll try to remember that. Yeah, the Sheryl Crow song in the intro, which by the way is so sick, the way you finish the first mission, like in the game, in the movie. It's like 2 stages. And then after that, the opening theme plays, and it's like they literally use the entire opening sequence from the film, just with all the credits replaced with the game credits. Like, it's so cool. And there is a credit in the opening for I forget the name of the song, but it's the song that plays over the end credits, which also has "Tomorrow Never Dies" as a lyric, which is like is confusing, and it's like the better theme song. We shouldn't be able to hear it, but it won't be in the VOD, I'm sure. And the in-game music, shout out to Joe Akuras. Okay. Do we wish to load? I do. Okay, well that's promising. Nice, there we go. Okay, so in fact, aside from the fact that you can sort of make out a road with like street lamps, the environment looks recognizable as the part where we saw something with the car in the opening sizzle reel. So this is going to be, I was going to say a driving stage, I guess the driving stage. So yeah, this is the opening stage. We're sneaking around the Russian border in the snow, killing dudes to, yeah, we like use the radar or a laser targeting thing to set an airstrike on a radar dish. And then we get to the Arms Bazaar, which is the opening scene in the film, where Bond is spying and taking pictures of stolen, like, black market arms deal shit. And it turns out that there's a nuclear equipped plane or something, and Bond has to steal the plane and fly away before the whoever, the military, like, blows the whole place up. Then it's the part where we're at Carver's, because yeah, there's a big action set piece is maybe the wrong word for it, but there's a big scene in between these stages in the film where the British submarine is attacked by the super secret stealth boat, and it's made to look like it was sunk by Chinese military, because media baron Elliot Carver wants to start World War III because of stonks. Basically, that's the plot of the movie. So Bond has to go to Germany to attend his, like, party / broadcast premiere of his new satellite network or whatever. In the film, it's an actual party. In the game, Bond mostly sneaks around killing security. But we do meet up with Paris, who is Carver's wife, and Bond had a previous fling with her or whatever. And there's a great scene where she slaps him, just like in the movie. We then find out, I guess, that because the whole, like, plot, the conspiracy is that Carver's using, like, satellite technology to just fuck with GPS to, like, falsify positions, which is what, like, the submarine was in Chinese water, or is it a submarine? It's a ship, whatever. It was in Chinese waters because their GPS was, like, lying to them and telling that that they were in international water. And in his, like, newspaper factory, that's what I call it, right? I'm pretty sure. There's a safe where he kept this red box with a bunch of numbers on it that fucks with GPS, I guess. So we had to go there and steal it. And after we did, there's a big, like, action chase scene in the movie, which was actually a little bit, like, unusually the action scene is like more elaborate in the film than in the game. Like usually in action movie video games, they extrapolate, you know, they take a short segment from the film and they make a whole long, like, you know, there might be 10 dudes getting shot in the sequence in the movie, and in the game it's like a 20 minute level where you shoot 500 dudes, etc. But here it's kind of the opposite because the stages are all very brief. In any case, we made it out of there, and we go back to the hotel where in the film Bond returns to his hotel room to find Paris has been murdered, and he like turns on a TV and it plays a news broadcast that gives all the details about her as well as Bond being dead, because that's apparently what Carver does. He just orders people to be murdered and then records news reports on it and just broadcasts them immediately after it happens, before anyone else could possibly know about it, including the police. I don't know. Numbers go up, I guess. There's some reason for it. I'm sure it makes perfect sense. So in this case, like, it wasn't it's a little confusing in the movie because it kind of looks like Bond shows up at the hotel room, turns on the TV news, and they're talking about the events. But I guess that's not apparently exactly what's happening, because in that scene, of course, the best character in the movie, Kaufman, shows up, and he's like this super professional hitman. And just as he's about to kill Bond, I think he gets like a phone call or something from Stamper, is it? The scooter looking guy who's like the most useless henchman sidekick. The Bond has like some information that they need before they can kill him, something to do with the device that he stole. And Bond tricks Kaufman into electrocuting himself with his Q phone, and then Bond kills Kaufman. So in the game, amazingly, that encounter is a boss fight where Kaufman runs around the hotel suite throwing stars or whatever. Like, it's amazing. But after we defeat him, we go into the bedroom or whatever, and Paris is there. In the film, she's dead before Bond gets there. In the game, she's alive, and you have to escort her out of there. So the level ends with the two of them getting in the car. In the film, I think what happens is he parks his car in like the hotel garage or like parking building or whatever, and he activates his shield mode or whatever. And after he escapes the assassination attempt and he gets back to his car, there's like a bunch of, you know, goons trying to break into it. So he uses his remote control to, I don't know, surprise them and drive the car away just enough for him to dive into the back seat, and then he kind of takes over, and then like the car chase scene happens. So the lead up to that is a bit different, but it looks like we're at least doing car stuff. But there's a pretty like significant plot divergence here. Another thing that isn't exactly a divergence, but an omission, is that of course in this scene in the movie at the party, not only are we introduced to Paris, we're also introduced to Wei Lin, who's Michelle Yeoh's character, who is posing as a news reporter or something. And Bond runs into her again when they're in the newspaper factory. And of course, like, quite obviously realized that, well, she's not quite, neither of them in fact are quite who they claim to be when they first met. So I reckon surely she will be in the game at some point, and like, yeah, it would have been cool to see her at the party, but given that she's not the only thing missing from that scene, if we put it that way, and I'm assuming we'll see her soon enough. But given that Paris survives here, like, who knows? Events might play out quite differently from the film. I think we're about caught up. Let me just remind myself of how this game controls. Weapon gadget, right? Triangle for selection. Oh, that's right. You can press circle to like auto snap your view to the closest enemy. Crouch / stealth, sniper view, and then the strafe buttons. All right. Okay, I think we're about caught up. So let's start the timer and let's go. Get some briefing.
Intelligence has found the headquarters of Henry Gupta, a techno-terrorist now working for Elliot Carver. It's located in the foothills of the Swiss Alps. A convoy of terrorist cars and trucks is heading to his Alpine hideout for an important meeting. You must destroy this convoy. Q is waiting with your transportation just beyond the first barricade. Try to keep him out of the crossfire.
I'm pretty sure this is just completely different. Like, that has nothing to do with the events of the film. But all right. Like, I'm pretty sure when he's the big driving car chase scene has nothing to do with a convoy. In fact, in my memory, Gupta's like kind of, I always see him here and there, and he shows up at the end too. But like, Bond doesn't really like go after him or anything. But I don't know. This is cool. I don't mind. Rendezvous with Q. Sick. In fact, why don't we look at our 1997 smartphone here, or 99, I guess. Rendezvous with Q. Destroy terrorist convoy. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. I guess we're gonna have to look up the car controls once we get to the car, but one thing at a time. Okay, it's like fucking pitch black. Have any other weapons? Infrared. Okay, well, it's now pitch green. Two medkits, 3 lives. The thing? Ah, it is the thing. Heavy armor, sick. And the music in this game is pretty sweet. Is that an enemy shooting at me? Guess not. I guess yes. Oh, this is pretty cool. Am I seeing? No, I was gonna say, am I seeing him through the... Oh. Okay. Took a few hits there, but... Oh. Okay. Out of armor. The trees. Dude, Bond's aim. Holy crap. Dude, oh. Okay, this is not going well. Should have been more careful and sniped. Oh, there's stuff here at least. I can't see shit. I don't know how this looks on stream, but to me, like everything except the road, like everything is pitch black except the road and the sky, which are merely very dark grayish blue. And Bond being like in front of stuff. I think trees. Okay, he noticed me. Dude, the fucking zigzag, it works. Yeah, I have like a light shining directly into my face that probably doesn't help with visibility. Well, this could have been done a lot better. But it's a little bit different from earlier stages. It's very open, kind of like tricky to hit stuff. But I frankly could have used the infrared better just to like scope things out, if not snipe dudes. Because there were kind of more people I realized. Is that Q? I think that might be Q. Looks like he's wearing a cardigan. Oh.
Here's your new BMW 750. After that incident in Hamburg, I had to make a few refinements. She now has improved machine guns, heat-seeking rockets, and stronger armor.
I think we should get along quite well.
Do try and bring her back in one piece this time.
Don't I always?
Oh, grow up, 007.
Dude, that's pretty sick. Full on proper Q briefing in person. Delivering new gear. Must throw. For a circle to get in. Oh, there's a little animation and everything. Oh shit, we got some PS1 drum and bass. Sick. Okay, so let's hang on. Oh sweet. It actually does show us the car controls. I don't think that is Pierce Brosnan's voice, because everyone else sounds like a sound like, well, a sound alike. Not one sounds much like their real actor either, but some of them are more clearly not the real person. I thought at first, like, maybe it is him, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But I feel like they did a better job finding someone who sounds like closer or kind of more. I remember playing Nightfire, right? And in that game, they have his likeness, but not his voice. And I remember, like, you see him in the intro, like, you see his face a bunch before you hear him speak in the game. And when I remember the first time I played and the first time he speaks, it was like, oh, it's like really jarring. But here, I think, you know, maybe it helps the fact that, like, he's, I think, the only actor whose likeness is there, because every other character is, like, clearly not the actor's likeness. They look like painted or whatever. So everything is like a little bit off, and, like, you know, maybe his voice not being his voice doesn't stand out the same way. But I'll say this, you know, if they couldn't get Desmond Llewellyn to do the voiceover for the game, there's no way they could have gotten Pierce Brosnan. I don't think it was a budget question, probably just with the development schedule and how everything came together. But he seems game for anything if there's a paycheck in it. So, you know, I reckon he's, like, of all the actors from the films that they could get, I reckon Desmond Llewellyn is probably the easiest to get. And if he's not in it, then there's no way that's Brosnan. Rocket launchers mounted to the roof makes it look like a taxi. A little bit, yeah. That's from the movie. It has like a hidden little rocket launcher thing in the roof. What's up, Macaw 45? Do these companies literally put out ads asking for Pierce Brosnan sound-alikes? Well, usually the way it works, right, is because games are like super secret. It's never it's never clear like what you're auditioning for. Like if there's an audition, or if people are like, if there's like a whatever you call it, an ad, I guess, in lack of a correct terminology. It's always like very vague terms, or possibly they'll reference like we're looking for a such and such type voice, or maybe there'd be like a very vague description of what it is. Like it's usually, I mean, it depends a bit on what it is, I suppose. Like but a lot of the time voiceover recordings, and especially hiring, would be done well in advance of a game being officially announced. So a lot of the time, you know, you'll get voice actors in, and then it'll be another like year or two before the game's announced, so they can't speak about what the game is or anything. In this case, the movie had already been out for like a year. So maybe it's a different story, or even something like you know, the Bond game that's being made right now by IO Interactive. It's a like, and that's, I think, more common nowadays for at least bigger studios to announce what they're working on very early as a way to attract developer talent. So you'll have stuff like the Bond game, or like, I don't know, the the next Elder Scrolls game that was announced like 4 years ago, and it's probably 6 years away. Stuff like that, where maybe the game is known, but it still might be a little bit secretive. I'm not sure if it was exactly like that back then, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. Like, because I think that particular aspect of the weird kind of secrecy of game development is one thing that hasn't really changed that much in the last couple of decades. So yeah, I reckon they'd be hiring based on like, or soliciting auditions based on, you know, describing like, oh, we need a I don't know, a posh but tough British action man type of voice. I don't know. Or, you know, maybe it might not be kind of an open audition type thing either, right? Like, it could be they have someone, like, I reckon nowadays, I mean, nowadays, usually I think what it would come down to is like, they'd, like, the casting director or whoever would describe like, oh, we're looking for a, like, a Nolan North type voice, or, you know, or a Troy Baker type voice or whatever, and they'll try to get those people, and if they can't, they'll, you know, whatever, like, they might be seeking out specific actors. But even then, you'd probably have them, like, they'd probably, obviously there's NDAs and stuff like that, but at some point, like, you might have, if not signing contracts, at the very least doing auditions without being told what it is you're auditioning for. Like, I don't know, that's just how it goes. But it makes sense too, because there's also plenty of examples of voice actors leaking unannounced details about stuff because they're not necessarily as clued in on the secretive nature of it. So I don't know. What's up, Jay? Casting the next Remington Steele? Yeah. All right, let's see if we can figure this out. So this game does have analog support, but for the walking controls, it's just kind of weird. It didn't help. But I wonder if you might do better with the driving analog controls. Turn left and right, X to accelerate, circle to brake, square to fire weapon, triangle to switch weapon. All right, you can fire with R1 as well. That's good. L2 to horn, that's important. Select to change view. Okay, that's probably good. We probably want a third-person view so we can see what's going on. Unless it gives us a terrible view of the road. Figure it out. What's up, Lamisar? Well, you missed me getting killed because I couldn't understand what was going on because it's super dark and I didn't utilize my infrared scope. And you missed us meeting up with Q for him to introduce us to our new and improved car. But more or less. Well, it's not the start of the game, I should say, because we started on Saturday, so you missed the first half of the game if you didn't see anything before today. But as far as tonight's stream goes, you're kind of at the more or less beginning of the gameplay part. Alright, I think I forgot all the controls already, but we'll figure it out. Did I crash the game or something? I guess I did. Or pause the emulator somehow. Emulators, is there pause? Rewind? I'm not sure what's going on. You know what? I guess we'll restart. How do I reboot? We did that first part of the level really poorly anyway. I have no idea what happened there. I guess the game didn't like me looking at the controls. Fine by me. But we'll see. If we keep if we keep having mishaps like this, maybe we won't finish tonight. I think we can skip the... Well, I hope we can skip the intro. I'm gonna say, I think we can skip the intro this time. I guess the MGM logo, or... Oh, I guess all these logos might not be skippable.
Tommy Tellerico Studios.
This is the ridiculously ostentatious company logo intro. Oh, are you for real? Can I not? Did my controller stop working? That would probably explain more. Because now I can't... You know what? Unplug this and plug it back in. That's probably what happened. Because I should be able to... I'm really confused. I think I should be able to press a button to change to the analog mode, and I'm not getting any feedback that that's happening. So I think the controller just morphed out. And that would be a little more explanatory, you know, a little more logical than the pause screen just crashing the game and then this is all on skip. Yeah, the control's not working. Okay. I mean, that's annoying, but at least that's... means the game didn't crash. Why is this just not... Is it... Yeah, it's just not responding at all. I'm not... Okay. Escape bunch. Oh, and then it just... Alright, things are just going great. Let me pause the timer. Okay, give me a sec here. I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna restart the whole thing. In fact, let me check my Windows controller. Okay, yeah, the Windows can recognize the controller at least. Oh, and it did set everything to escape. I thought the escape key would just skip everything. Now everything is just... Oh. You know what? I'll just use a different controller. Try this one. As soon as I try to add an input or click thing, it just like says it automatically assigns it to axis 4 minus. I'm not sure what axis that is, but I'm not pressing anything, so I don't know what's up with that. But I guess we can try. I'll try use the in-game control config again and see if it. Okay, it appears to be working. I hate that you have to assign these like rapid fire buttons. Manifan, it's a bit stupid. Okay. Buttons should be configured now, but I guess this is
Tommy
unskippable.
Tallarico Studios.
Okay. It seemed like analog button skipped it somehow, but... Alright, we're back in the game. Alright, I'll start the timer. I'll forget it otherwise. I can watch this again, why not? If anyone just joined.
Intelligence has found the headquarters of Henry Gupta, a techno-terrorist now working for Elliot Carver. It's located in the foothills of the Swiss Alps. A convoy of terrorist cars and trucks is heading to his Alpine hideout for an important
Man, talk about
meeting.
build-up.
You must destroy this convoy. Hugh is waiting with your transportation just beyond the first barricade. Try to keep him out of the crossfire.
Alright, so we'll make use of the infrared scope on our sniper rifle so we don't lose a life at the beginning of the stage. Highly ineptly.
I am a professor of forensic medicine. Believe me, Mr. Bond, I could shoot you from Stuttgart and still create the proper effect.
Thank you very much, Atomic Runner, for the 100 German torture techniques. Oh no, okay. I wasn't pressing left, by the way. Ooh, hang on. I should be able to just disable... Wait, analog on. Wait. Well, this doesn't look good. I pause the game and then this shows up and it doesn't show the actual menu. See, I wasn't pressing left. Bond just kept running to the left and it's like, you know what? That checks out if there's some ghostly analog inputs. You know, that as the, you know, controller thing implied, that'd do the trick. But then I pressed start and there's no text on the thing here. See, like the controller's working because I can press the analog thing and I'm getting the proper feedback, but I can't unpause or do anything here. So that's not great. Okay, let me just quit out again. But it says that it's yeah, I can there's something just like sending constant inputs. Do I have something else plugged in here? Some shit. You know what? I'm gonna change cables and I'm gonna change controllers entirely. And I'm gonna restart the emulator. I'm gonna, in fact, I want to make sure. Let's just use this controller. Luckily, I have like 55 controllers here to choose from, so. See here. There we go. There's the USB-C. Man, this is very confusing. Let me restart the later front end. Well, yeah, well, I don't think a crash log would help because like the emulator's not crashing. I don't know what's happening. I mean, there's like two entirely separate things happening. I mean, I don't know how separate or not they are, but there we go. Like the controller configuration was behaving very strangely. And can I? I'll just choose this. The controller was behaving very oddly. And then we had like mysterious seeming like game freezes. Because, you know, maybe the emulator made it so that I sent really bizarre inputs. And maybe that could somehow crash the game. I couldn't rule it out. Alright, okay. I was able to, in my Windows front end here, set all these controls with no issues on my Xbox controller. Let's boot up the game again. Oh yeah, let's pick the game. Oh yeah, timer. You know what, let's we'll do this. We'll reset it to where we started and I'll just let it go from there. Because we're redoing everything we did today anyway. So I think that'll even itself even itself out. So I'm using an Xbox controller instead of a PS4 controller. It's a USB-C cable instead of the flimsy whatever cable. Yeah, and this just works now. Okay, that's promising. So anything that would have had to do with the controller should hopefully not have any possibility of happening. It's funny though, because it worked perfectly fine on Saturday. Alright, skip that. I'm getting impatient. I just want to play now. Snipe some dudes, find Q, get the car, destroy the terrorist convoy. That's it. $2,100 hours. For red. Feels a bit weird now that I'm like a bit more used to the PlayStation controller. Slow. Oh, wait, hang on. Scraping works, but I can't lean for some reason. Normally you can lean left or right with the... L2 and R2 buttons. I think there's something with the analog inputs for the L2 and R2 that don't seem to work quite right. That's strange. But it's fine. It works well enough. Look for giant red glowy stuff. Dude, the aiming is so unbearably slow. I want to shoot him in the legs. I mean, I don't really know if there's like there is locational damage. Oh shit. Destroyed most of my armor, but that's okay if I don't die. We'll be fine. Oh yeah, there's like ammo crate. Yeah, I don't think any of the weapon stuff carries over between stages. I mean, I think lives carry over, but that's it. I don't think medkits or anything else carry over. Oh, I was just about to say that it seems weirdly difficult to get headshots, but these dudes would have likely just dropped AKs. No, but good luck finding. Looks a little more sensible in the cutscene. Presumably, like, I don't think that there's going to be an on-foot segment after the car stuff in this stage. That seems unlikely.
Here's your new BMW 750. After that incident in Hamburg, I had to make a few refinements. She now has improved machine guns, heat-seeking rockets, and stronger armor.
I think we should get along quite well.
Do try and bring her back in one piece this time.
Don't I always?
Oh, grow up, 007.
Possibly kill Q. I'm not gonna, like, after all we've been through to get this far, I will not attempt to find out. That like scared the shit out of me the last time as well. Oh, that was a rocket pickup. Wait, is that a mine? Okay. I guess I thought the missiles would kill in like one hit, but my armor still... Armor works on the car also. So it's there. Oh yeah, I can change the view. Okay, it's just slightly more zoomed in. One measly missile. Is that car like invincible? Nope, I guess not. Is that a, no, okay. I was gonna say, is that a sick jump? It was a big rock. Oh yeah. You can honk. I have to like shoot it like awkwardly from an angle so I'm not driving directly behind it. Whoa. Ah, health. Ah, shit. Well, okay. Hang on. We can reverse. Oh, the convoy's escaping, huh? Ah, I still missed it. Well, controls are a bit funky. Okay, I didn't realize they could actually escape. Oh, caught up quickly enough. It's a little bit distressing that the mines are also red and white, but at least they're kind of flashing, I guess. You can distinguish from the medkits that way. But they're a little too similar to each other. That's a log, not a pickup. Oh, one car left to kill. Can we survive? Oh, it's probably like super armored. Did it just shoot a missile at me? I think it did. Dang, we died. Didn't get new missiles or anything, did we? No. Oh, shit. Oh, here's all the health. Oh, I needed at least one, so... Should at least not take one more death. We're about as subtle as Carver's personal army is in the movie. Dude, we're about to die again. Alright, luckily we disintegrated the car and we just drive through it. Ooh, that was surprisingly rough. Like, it was pretty cool. Yeah, the missiles are very odd. Like, they don't feel that satisfying to use. And yeah, I mean, I missed a good amount of them for sure. But yeah, even if I picked up more of them, like, you still, like, yeah, you can use all of your missiles to destroy the first two cars. Or you just shoot one or two missiles at a car and fire the machine gun at them for a while. Yeah, the balancing of it just feels a little odd. It's not super satisfying. Ski Ridge, Hokkaido, like, the first half of the game is like the movie, and then, like, what the, it's just completely off the rails at this point. Well, I guess there's more skiing. It's like they only had the shooting script for the first half of the movie, except the game came out like a year and a half after the movie.
A $3 million transaction was made between Carver and chemical expert Satoshi Isagura just 2 days before a recent nerve gas attack in Yokohama. We believe Carver paid Isagura to create this disaster, since tomorrow was, yet again, first to report the story. Your mission is to eliminate Satoshi Isagura. He employs a large entourage of loyal henchmen, so remain stealthy as long as you can.
Like, it's cool. I mean, it's pretty common for a game like this to add more stuff that's not in the movie to, like, you know, create more action stuff. But that doesn't feel like what's going on here. I feel like the stuff that's in the movie could easily, like, you know, feed another 4 levels. Yet we're going on completely unrelated excursions. Oh, the skiing in stage 1 was also, like, didn't go great. I mean, yeah, them finding another excuse to put skiing in here, sure, why not, but they probably don't want to fall down there. I guess the dudes don't necessarily hurt you, but if you bump into trees at speed, you take damage. I don't know. It's so hard to grab the items. But we'll see. We'll see what happens if we run out of lives. Because we'll have the save data, and you still can, like, do the mission select. I assume that you can go back to an earlier mission and like recollect 1-ups. Dude, the hitbox on the pickups are so finicky. It's still pretty cool though. All right, nailed it. All right, sure. I'll just snap to the ground. Oh boy, this is a little nauseating. I'm doing okay so far though. Okay, let's take the upper route. Like a big med kit? I think it was. It's just a 3 gate here, sure. Alright, that's pretty cool. Disable security system. Alright, remain stealthy was the instruction. I can see some dudes back there. Oh, we do have an infrared scope. The aiming on this is a bit questionable. Like, you don't really hit. Like, am I just too far away? I guess I must be. Or maybe I hit the helicopter, but it wasn't drawn in yet. Oh no, not the zigzag. Got him. Oh, I guess that's snow. Someone shooting at me? Is there an enemy inside there who's shooting at me, but he's hitting the wall? I think that's probably the case. Yeah. Can I shoot through this? I'm gonna guess no. I'm taking damage. My controller is vibrating. Accidentally used a medkit because I got confused about the controls, but that's fine. I accidentally almost... Oh, I've got the fingerprint scanner. That's a thing. Okay. Figured I'd break those things and sneak in here. Actually, let's look at our objectives. Yeah, the medkit wasn't wasted. It's just they're somewhat, you know, precious. So just like anytime you use it by accident, it's a little distressing. Yeah, I think I'm targeting him through the other side of the building. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm supposed to find some kind of security something or other. Was that armor? Light armor, okay, we'll take that, sure. Auto aim's pretty sick when it works. Ah, okay. I guess I didn't need to blow up those. Alright, whatever. Grab some ammo. Ooh, ooh, there's a 1-up. Okay. Ammo. Looks like it could be a security shed. Okay, I see a dude over there. snipe. Okay. Okay, well, that was probably worth it. I now live thrice. That is correct. Okay. I was like, I don't know. I can't see him, and it doesn't seem like I should be able to hit him, but I hear grunts. So like, all right, okay, this looks like security. I love that. It looks so cool. Okay. Am I... There we go. Rounds. Is any of that for this thing? Nope. That's fine. Given the the scope of stages so far, I have to imagine there's not that much left to the stage. Oh yeah. Security system disabled. Okay. Now, do I use my fingerprint scanner on any of this stuff? Obtain security pass. I guess that I have to disable security to get through this gate. Is there a gate here? The wall's a little bit lower here. Oh, that, I guess that's a gate. Having sniper here. Oh, wait. Oh, I think it just said objective. Oh, I can lean now. I see. Pretty satisfying. There was another dude walking around there. I guess he didn't notice. There's a radar dish. Ooh, hello. Ooh, okay, I tapped circle and he aimed over there. So there's... Wait, he's still alive. Oh, zigzag time. Got him. GoldenEye Surface 1. Let's not say things we can't take back. Oh, get it. I guess Surface 2 is the actual torture, but I feel like I enjoy the combat and like there's a lot that I feel like I enjoy more about this game. Aha! Got an access card, but I guess that's not the security pass. Nice. Okay. Exactly where the auto aim doesn't appear to take elevation into account very well. In fact, whenever you don't have a direct line of sight, pressing the auto targeting button makes funny things happen. Secret alcove, anything of interest here? Can I get up here? Of course not. Up here? Of course not. Worth a shot. Did I? Oh, okay. Whatever. Can I get in, please? There we go. Eliminate Isagu. Okay, so this... Oh, shit, okay. I haven't used the fingerprint scanner on anything. There. Oh, okay, I was like, there gonna be some like secret laser beams here or something. I guess it's just a. Oh, I just realized. Are we gonna have another boss fight? This count as a lair? I reckon this might be leading to a lair. I don't know if this counts just yet. Ah, there we go. But I'm assuming we'll get one before the game is over. The torch is squeezing together. It's pretty good.
Ah, Satoshi Isagura. Seems you and Carve have been quite busy making headlines lately.
I presume you are referring to the nerve gas attack, Mr.
Bond. James Bond. This business between you and Carver needs to end.
That's quite
Seems
the
to me
accent he's
only
got
thing
there.
ending is your life. Sayonara.
Where'd he go? Did he run into the wall? Alright, maybe he'll come back. I guess I hit him. Is he blowing himself up? Oh, I see his health value again. Was he down at like 32? Okay, well, let's look around the room, I guess. He took damage from something, but I don't know if I'm hitting him or if he just blew himself up.
I can think of nothing better.
Yeah, the game's flawless. I can run through the wall, can't I? Can't see. No, he's at 92. Wait, I hit him. Taking damage. Okay. I can shoot through the wall if I'm close enough. Shit, I'm off ammo, basically. Well, I have infinite ammo with the pistol, I suppose, so. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't think this is what the fight's supposed to be, but I mean, I'll take it. Alright, 81. I'm just mashing the shoot button and the auto targeting button. Eventually, he's like clipping through enough for me to hit him. Well, the door, I mean, he's not in the hallway. Because this is where the hallway is. And no, it does not. Like, he's out of bounds. He just immediately ran into the wall and out of bounds. That's pretty incredible. Alright, it's gonna take a while, but... Up to 69, nice. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do to like stretch my arms further through the wall. I think I just need him to be like flipping through it more. But I mean, I keep hitting him. I'm just not going to get a very good accuracy score if that's a thing. Alright, that's 2 hits. Oh, my thumbs are getting tired. Get a better angle. I mean, I doubt it. Well, I mean, thing is, I still need to be... Like, I don't think my bullets travel through, like, out of bounds. He needs to be... You can see there, like, he's clipping through the wall somewhat. I think that's when I can hit him. And this is the only wall he's flipping through. Yeah, see? But I'm not sure if I can, like... bait him. I guess I don't maybe need to hit the auto-targeting button, because if he's close enough / in the correct enough angle, I will target him when the reticle is visible. Okay. I guess I kind of want to do it just to figure out where he is. Yeah, pretty iconic villain battle right here. This is sick though. I'm glad this happened. It's like highly memorable, insane thing to happen. You know, if you don't suffer from it, assuming he's not like gonna drop an item that we need or some shit. Like, I'm frankly more concerned with my lives. And this way, he's not gonna kill us. So that's pretty good. All right, 25. I wonder if I could just wait. He's like running a little lap. I seem to have like a harder time hitting him when I'm not targeting. I imagine he's terrified right now. Well, I reckon so. He's fucking stuck in the wall. Luckily, he doesn't do that very often. That's like the 3rd time. Because that actually does hurt me. $16, $15. Is that 1 damage? What? Hitting him from that angle? I guess I can just turn manually also. I kind of didn't even think of that. Quality boss music. Is he down to 6 health? I think so. Well, it's really lucky you get infinite pistol ammo, or else this would be troublesome. 1? Also a 1. Oh. I'm curious what'll happen if he's supposed to have an elaborate death scene. I don't remember if Kaufman had one. 1. All right, got him. Goodbye, Mr. Isagura. Oh, there's an ammo. Well, whatever. I guess we didn't really need this. Assuming it's mission. Oh, do we ski more? Nope, we just run out of there. Oh, all right, okay, we did it. Got him. Accuracy 10. 6,000 style points, but I think that was probably for the ski stunt, not for shooting him through the wall. Although I think shooting him through the wall serves some point. Well, frankly, I guess he's the one who should have credit for just boss fight starts, immediately runs into the wall and runs through it, and then just gets stuck there for the rest of the fight. I mean, that was pretty incredible. That's 2 stages completed in the second half of the game, neither of which had anything to do with the movie. But okay, looks like we're catching back up. Now we're back to the Carver, whatever media shit, the tower in Saigon, where I forget how they get there, but Bond and Wei Lin find themselves apprehended, and they make a daring escape, which is like the best part of the movie. the only perhaps really great part of the movie. So I reckon we'll have some kind of action shootout there, and obviously the final level should be the stealth boat. I'm not sure what the next one is though, but we'll see soon enough. Yeah, dude, he literally he like fucking beelined it straight for that wall. He had no other concerns other than flipping himself through that wall as soon as the battle started. It was pretty incredible. That was lightly exhausting. I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes and see what hijinks await the CMGN tower in Saigon. Yeah, like I have no frame of reference for what that fight's supposed to be. Not to mention, like, how likely would that be to happen? Like, based on our sample, that's literally the only thing that can happen. Like, it's not as if he was doing some other stuff, or it's just like literally the only thing that happened was him running into the wall, and that was it. Anyway, I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna pause the timer right there. When I return, let's get through the last couple of levels before we have any more weird technical hiccups. I'll be back shortly. Let me figure out my stream deck and this stuff. Just this, and yeah, be right back. right, I returned. Bond audio back. There we go. All right, let's keep this party moving. Let's go. Oh yeah, time.
Intelligence photos proved that a nuclear warhead has indeed gone missing from the Devonshire, probably into the hands of Carver. Our investigation of the wreckage also revealed that another vessel was involved. A vessel that was invisible to our radar.
That's right.
Your job is to find evidence of this stealth boat so we can uncover its location. A helicopter will drop you on the roof of Carver Media Tower in Saigon. Look for a data storage room on one of the top floors.
Bond goes diving. They find, like, they use the Gupta's like GPS spoof mess up device, whatever, to get the real coordinates of where the ship sank, and he goes diving in there to find some shit. Because yeah, there's where the Joe Don Baker shows up, right? And he does the halo jump into the ocean. And then as he's looking through the ship, Wei Lin just like shows up, and then they have to escape. It's a very confusing scene where they're underwater in a ship that's like in a wreckage at the bottom of the ocean. But because the wreck is about to like slightly fall over, they suddenly have to get out there immediately, or else they will be trapped more on the bottom of the ocean than they already were. It's a little bit confusing, as I mentioned. But they have to like jettison their scuba gear and escape, and they get out of there. And not only did Wei Lin happen to show up there right at the same time as Bond, but also the bad guys are there to capture them, and that's how they get caught. And that's like how they end up in the tower. As opposed to here, where I guess we just parachute in or helicoptered in or whatever. Activate roof elevator, go down 2 floors, destroy weapon crates, retrieve data disk, escape from building. Okay. Oh yeah, so if there's 3 stages left, like this should be the, like, I'm sure it's not in the game because we would have, well, let's not say that, but I'm assuming that we're not going to get a sick motorcycle action stage. Technically, like, maybe they could reuse the car stuff, but I just feel like we would have seen some hints at it, or I don't know. But like, that's the absolute highlight of the movie, obviously. So like, that should have been in here. But it might still be. But that would, I guess, you know, if this is, we're in the tower, the next stage should be that, and then the stage after that, the stealth boat assault or whatever. Anyway, I guess we'll find out. What's Bond? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what is he wearing? But yeah, no, I guess he is wearing that blue shirt that he's wearing in the movie. Oh shit. I could have healed. Also, I should have just used it. Oh, why did I use my shitty gun? Oh, that was a wasted life. Yeah, the auto aim doesn't work well vertically. Guess technically I could stealth kill here, but mad dash for this armor. Oh my god, the aiming is so awkward. Okay. Well, we're stepping things up difficulty-wise. On armor here. Okay, good. It's heavy armor. Let me heal up though. Last med kit. Ammo. Saw the dude. Yeah, it's getting a bit more... It's becoming a little bit more of a dick to us here. Oh, hang on. This looks like something. Key needed. I don't have like a, no, kind of magnetic fake auto key gadget. As long as we're facing them head on, usually pretty fine. It's like 2 steps of a staircase. And the auto-targeting fucks up. Well, we got the utility key. Now, he's wearing like a, the word? Like a linen shirt or something. Like, he does wear this outfit in the movie, but he's not wearing it as like part of his like tactical like mission gear. Okay, elevator panel. Well, this part's gonna be fastest to examine. I didn't recall seeing anything that looked like an elevator door or anything. So I'm not exactly sure where I'm going or what I'm looking for, but things look samey enough for the most part. Item there. Oh, I guess that's where I've collected the armor. The enemies don't spawn here. Weird that there's like, I mean, I guess it's maybe to do with the rendering. Oh yeah, I guess I started right by the, okay, yeah. The rendering distance fog or whatever, but it's kind of weird that it's just this like almost pitch black backdrop. Like, it kind of makes more sense in here, like not logically, but you can buy it more easily because of the shit. Okay, that still mostly worked out. But you kind of don't get that majestic, like, outdoors feel when the skybox is, like, mostly black. Count as a stealth kill, probably, but that's fine. Wait, is that some kind of surveillance? Just... I'm gonna hope that that's just decorative. Guess, okay. Doesn't look like, it looks like I'm hitting above it, but... That's a reload. It looks a little conspicuous, doesn't it? Go down 2 floors. Did I go to the wrong floor, or do I need to find another elevator to go down another floor? Key needed. I see. Okay. 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 I pressed the fire button like 3 times and he refused to shoot, and I don't understand what happened. But, well, we got through there. Maybe there's supposed to be something with the cameras. Who knows? There might be a factor still. Let's not count them out just yet. Ooh, a life. Give us health, unfortunately, but... The good thing that the reticle isn't like a requirement to hit enemies. They just kind of let you know where he's aiming. Okay. Rolling seems kind of useless. You can't shoot while rolling, and it doesn't help you like catch them off guard or anything. Okay. Ammo, but no health or weapons. Ammo full. Alright. Man, that's pretty cool though. So yeah, I was gonna say, I reckon that's the whole floor. Did I get a key somewhere and not notice? I guess not. Okay. See if there's some other path we didn't take. Take a closer look in here. Like interact with stuff or destroy it. Normally, like anything you need to collect is usually fairly obvious, but no, something happened. Elevator key found. I mean, that was pretty cool. More Wolfenstein flavor. Okay, so now we're down 2 floors. This level is pretty elaborate compared to some of the others. Destroy weapons crates. Tile sets and everything. Well, I guess it's not a tile. Whoa! Where the hell did that guy come from? And how did he kill me in 1 second? Well, it wasn't just all him, I guess, but... Did they just spawn out of the potted plant? Swear to God, like, some enemy spawns in this game are absolutely baffling. It's locked. Alright, this is a cool twist. Oh, the gun. Oh, there's Wei Lin.
Mr. Bond, Miss Lin, welcome to Saigon.
Always nice to see you, Elliot.
That's pretty cool.
I wasn't planning to open this center until tomorrow, but you're just in time to help me finish writing the inaugural story. Your obituaries.
Fake mission? Dude, holy shit! That was so fucking sick, but he pieced out, I guess. That's awesome that they like still got this part in here. Okay, I was wondering if this was gonna like totally change. And we're still out to destroy. Pretty funny though, we got all those ammo pickups immediately before getting all of our shit confiscated. Yeah, so I don't have to reload. Dude. Fucking Speedy Gonzalez over here. I'm dead. Oh, and there's more medkits over there. Holy shit. Okay, I'm assuming these are weapons crates. I want to use my precious ammo. I guess we can do... Oh no, I got the other weapons. Thought I could use the Glock, but I don't have it anymore. But this seems to work. A little bit silly, but... Oh, there we go. Retrieve data disk. I like that we blew up the weapons crate and we found a pristine case of ammo inside. Ball movement. Ah. Okay, that was pretty sick. Dude, my health. Like, when you don't have armor, you take a lot of damage real fucking fast. Weird that he wouldn't, like, lock onto them, though. Okay. Over here. Okay, let's check out the door. Maybe there's a floppy storage room. It looks like a data disk. Got data disk. Okay. Objective, escape from building. Oh, there she is. Oh, do we get a cool cutscene now? Man, I guess I thought... I'm just realizing now that, like, after the first mission, we get, like, the FMV that leads directly into the opening credits. And it's like, I realized that at that time, I was like, oh yeah, like, now... Because the very first level basically takes place before the beginning of the movie. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, they couldn't put FMV clips there because it represents scenes that aren't in the movie. But then when you do the first scene from the movie, which is the second mission of the game, at the end of the stage, it cuts to, like, FMV. And I was like, oh, sick, okay, now we get FMV parts. But that's only really because it shows the 5 seconds of footage leading into the opening credits of the film. And then we haven't seen any FMV since then. And I was figuring here, like, when they jump off the side of the building, like, that's a big stunt set piece. That'd be cool if they cut to that scene. Although it's in the daytime in the movie. But another thing I realized, all of the other characters have had kind of generic looking faces, right? Pierce Brosnan is the only, like, photo texture actor likeness in the game. So I wonder if they, you know, if they are using FMV clips from the film, they would have to have licensed the likeness of the actors that feature in those clips. And given that we don't have the likenesses for the other characters in the game, I guess that probably means that, well, I mean, clearly they wouldn't have licensed the likenesses and then not used them. I wonder if that's why there aren't any other FMV clips. Because in that opening shot, it's literally, you see Pierce Brosnan, you see Bond in that plane, but you don't really see, I mean, maybe you see some stunt guys, but there's, like, no other actors in that scene from the, you know, real, from the principal cast. Because I reckon even the end, you could, if there's going to be an FMV ending, maybe you could get away with it's mostly just being explosions and stuff. I'm curious. Anyway, we're in Saigon, and once again, we have a jet black skybox, it looks like. Yeah, we got a bit lucky there with the medkits. We could have easily taken another death. So we have 2 lives left, which is, you know, it's little slim margins, but hopefully it'll be okay. I like that we get time for a mission briefing in between these missions.
Wei Lin, we need your help. Carver bribed the Saigon military police. Their orders are to kill Bond on sight, so we've had to pull him out. We understand you have a copy of the data discs the 007 found in Carver's tower.
Do I play as her
Take
now?
the discs to your branch headquarters and decode them to find the position of Carver's stealth boat. The military has set up roadblocks with armored 20mm chain guns. They may be looking for you as well. Proceed with caution.
I guess
until you
so.
acquire heavier weapons.
Bond has just been pulled out. No, there's been one-ups in a couple of levels, and they usually have not been that conspicuously hidden. So I'm assuming we didn't miss ones in the stages that didn't have them. But obviously, if I missed them, I wouldn't know. Because I think you started with 3 lives, and then I went up to like 5, and then I started losing lives. I figured we would have... Yeah, okay. This is pretty sweet. I assumed that because we had that brief sequence where we had to escort Paris, who, by the way, has just not been an element in the story, I assumed that we would have a you know, running around the city shooting dudes stage where Wei Lin was going to be kind of following around with us, but we'd actually get to play her. That's actually pretty sick. Acquire RL-66, which I don't know what it is. Oh, it's that. I guess that's the rocket. I mean, she probably told me in the briefing, but I guess what was said is we need the weapon to destroy the barricades, and then we have to defeat the helicopter. Decode data disk. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I see. It's like literally right... Yeah. Okay, that looks like a openable door. This is like pretty tense. Nice. It's funny in these levels, like when on foot, the radius for like picking up stuff is pretty generous, but when you're on a pair of skis, then it's fucking impossible. Oh, that looks like a barricade. No, it was just a person. I mean, it's funny when you're like just running around with the guns out, shooting left and right. But you know, it's not that different from the movie. Oh. I wonder if that's the same barricade, but from the other way. Go up here, actually. Body armor. Wait, used a med kit. Maybe I'm supposed to snipe the barricades from up here or something. Level design getting a little more ambitious. Oh, I'm like too close to him. Not sure what happened to the music, but That answers that, I guess. Ammo there, but... Oh, got a large med kit, nice. One. You know what? I'm gonna go back and get some armor. There's a lot of it, so I didn't want to get greedy and just kind of waste it. So hard to see. Oh, there we go. Headshot. I love that red little spark. So nice. I can see another dude there. I think I'm hitting the palm tree. Okay, let's not waste any more ammo. I need more armor now, though. Okay. Wasn't great, given that I don't even really know where I'm going or what I'm doing. Wait. Guessing this leads back onto the street? Yeah. For the most part, so far, getting lost hasn't really been too much of a factor. Like, things are pretty linear. Oh, okay. This time, the door that looked like that opened. Ooh! Okay, I guess this is a secret. Excellent. Is that heavy armor? Yes. Okay, great. Sweet. Feeling a little bit more relaxed now. Okay, this looks like a conspicuous kind of a location. Decorative, I guess. All these extremely narrow staircases and hallways. Oh! Okay. Actually pretty sick. Dude, this is like fucking Wild Dog in Time Crisis. Running circles around this little waist-high obstacle. I mean, he doesn't have a rocket launcher, but... Okay. We got the RL-66. That was fucking sick. Okay. Now I've got a rocket launcher. Yeah, I guess we came from that door. This is where we're going. Dang, let me just look what this door looks like. Yeah, I think we came from here, right? The red looks familiar. Okay, wrong way. Yeah. Yeah, because we turned this way. Yep. Up, unhinged NPC looks better than GoldenEye. I think it's a lot, like a lot of things about this game I find more appealing than GoldenEye for sure. Okay, so now I just gotta... Okay, that seems a little dicey. Think that guy's dead? Okay, that roll was accidental. Yeah, the gun, the pistol sucks. Okay. Could have been better, but yeah, so I thought we were supposed to, like, oh, we have to go around defeating all the barricades or whatever, but no, they just had that as an objective because you're going to be passing by a couple of these on the way anywhere. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm excited for World Is Not Enough. All of them. I'm excited for most games coming up, to be honest. Oh no, I guess we did have some rockets here. Because yeah, we're not going this way. Presumably. Oh, ammo full, I see. What game am I least excited for? I don't know. There's nothing that, like... I don't commit that kind of stuff to memory. Like, I don't know if there's any games that I'm, like, particularly dreading. I mean, I know that GoldenEye Rogue Agent is pretty bad. And it's going to be pretty rough, I think, based on, like, the one stage I played of it before. Where we came from? Let me check again if I can. Because this is where we came from, the boss fight, yeah. So that's the one that, like, I can think of offhand. But by definition, the stuff I'm not excited for is stuff that I won't, like, that won't come to mind immediately. Like, I don't know, can I shoot these things? I don't think I can. Well, maybe with the rocket, I guess I have plenty, right? Aha. Yeah, okay, so I guess I did break some of these barricades. It just didn't hurt me because I didn't really see what was happening. I mean, there's a bunch of mobile games that I'm sure aren't going to be that exciting. Some of the GBA or DS games might be pretty blah. But, I mean, I'm gonna be interested to play every game, or else I wouldn't do a project like this. Wait, am I back? Okay, maybe we go up here. Maybe there's a bunch of armor here, because you're supposed to do a boss fight up here. That would kind of make sense. Pretty sure I collected all the armor, though. Another barricade? Oh, no, that... Right, that's the part I came from down there this time. Defeat helicopter. Like, okay, I just gotta find a helicopter to defeat. Now I'm like running in circles, essentially. Up to 2 lives. If I went back to the beginning of the level, I guess there would be... I guess there would be... Unless that's another barricade we encountered from a different direction. There was that barricade at the very beginning that sort of blocked us off. I reckon we probably have to go back there. We're currently playing as Wei Lin, who is Michelle Yeoh's character from the film, in a scene not in the film. It's pretty cool, though, that we get to play as her. Oh. through here again. And I guess we just simply... Whoa, okay. I guess we simply don't go up the stairs here. And this will put us on the path back to the beginning of the level. Did my lives and ammo carry over? Ammo and weapons don't carry over between levels, period. But lives do. And we do, in fact, have the same amount of lives. Although, I mean, I guess we had 3 lives, which is the default starting amount of lives. But I'm assuming that that's just carried over. I didn't need to first person aim. I keep getting buttons mixed up. Also, I didn't pay too close attention, I guess. I thought every time we killed or destroyed these things, it said that the next, like it showed destroy helicopter as the next objective. Medkits. I'm gonna die here for sure. Okay, I cannot believe the auto aim like actually functioned there. Dangerously low on ammo though. Could eventually destroy the weapons crate. I guess it doesn't work like that for these things. Dude, that could have been bad. I think I blew up the sandbags, but that's okay. Yeah, the unique, like, idle animation when you're on low health is a really cool touch. We strictly didn't necessarily need to go here. I'm wondering if this probably leads back. This is probably the beginning of the stage. Yeah, it is. I thought maybe it would be some kind of hidden bonus corner with a medkit or something. I'm really curious about how the lives and like game over mechanics work, so not opposed to, like, I really hope that we can go back and farm lives if we need to. Otherwise it's going to be pretty rough if we get to like the final stage with like 1 life. What the hell? I thought I killed that guy. And we have to like just do a perfect play of the final level. Because I mean, if this is any indication, now we get like 6 medkits up there. Assuming I can get up there, that is. And heavy. Well, no, I can't collect it from. Well, let's not assume we're gonna get through this unscathed. I mean, we have to destroy a helicopter. Looks like a actual arena, yeah. Camera is like shifting up, but I don't know if I'm auto aiming upwards at that thing. Doesn't really seem like it, does it? Oh boy. Shit. I mean, I feel like that could have gone a lot worse. At least we know that the 0 live counts. Button I was looking for. So we have to do this, and now eventually we can find those. Well, maybe I fucked up. Maybe that little ledge with all the pickups was supposed to be accessible before I got to this fight, and I just couldn't find the secret. Which is interesting, because that hasn't felt like a thing in the game up until this point, really. So funny, like this looks so conspicuous, like it's a highlighted thing, this is where you go, but no, that door doesn't even open. I wanted to check if I could maybe explode some of the stuff and get items, but doesn't seem like it. But this little innocuous gate up here, this is where we progress. Literally just about to say, hopefully there's not too much combat for all of this, but that's too much to hope for. Try to figure out, like, get my bearings to see if I could navigate my way back to those items, but I'm pretty sure we just missed them. Our chance to find them. Is this her hideout?
Finally back at the lab.
I guess so. Yeah.
This new decryption software should work.
What? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes. That's it. Ha Long Bay.
All right. I mean, that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got 0 lives now. Oh, okay. I kind of don't want to overwrite my save file because I'm not sure if it's potentially gonna. Oh, FMV. Well, I guess maybe we can get some footage here without the actors, and that's why. Get some establishing shot FMV. Oh yeah, this is where they have their romantic boat trip. Yep. Lives 0. So here's the question. If I don't save and I game over, do I have to redo this stage? Because this feels like by far the longest and most involved and most difficult stage so far. And I kind of don't want to do that. Maybe I should have investigated the mission select mechanics earlier. It seems weird. It seems unlikely that the game's just gonna fully lock you into being at this amount of lives and then, like, that's it. Like, the worst case scenario is we save the game and we start the final level, you game over when you run out of lives, and you just get booted to the title screen and get to load your save game again. And I can't redo earlier missions and get 1-ups. Because if that's the case, I feel like you might be sort of soft locked, like assuming we sort of need more than 1 life to get through a level. But I use another memory card. Technically, I'm sure. I don't really know how that works in the emulator, and I'd rather not fuck around with it. If I were to choose not to save, I don't think the save prompt ever shows up except for when you complete a mission. Maybe you can go to the options screen and save, I'm not sure. But I mean, you do have the mission select, so we should definitely be able to pick previous missions. And I'm assuming once you beat the game, you just have the save file and you can pick any mission. Yeah, Father Escaper. Like, that's the main idea, to go back to an earlier stage to get a life, but I'm just thinking, like, if I don't save... Well, I guess if we think about it the other way around, like, if I... Because, you know, I'm feeling like, ooh, maybe I don't want to save right now. Maybe maybe that's a problem. But if I don't save and I game over and I have to redo the Market District level, what's to say that I'm going to do it any better the next time? I don't feel like I know my way around the level any better. Like, maybe I could do a little bit better. Maybe I could luck out and find those medkits, but I might not luck out and find the 1-up room because I don't remember where it was. Ah, fuck it. Let's save. You know what? I should have a memory card here, right? There we go. Okay, we we got the best of both worlds. We were able to do a safety save. Stealth boat, Ha Long Bay. But let's try. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what's the best early stage. Probably this one. I think this stage was really short. But the first one has the skiing section and everything. I think I'd probably find the 1-up room if I wanted to, but I want to... Okay, so I can go back. Yeah. Let's try this one. Because the 1-up, I want to say, was like a pretty... in plain sight. Well, the thing about the 1-up room in the Saigon stage is that it was behind a door that's like, there's a bunch of those kinds of doors and none of them open except that one. Alright, so this is the one we have to like photograph some stuff. I feel like this probably should be easy to do on 1 life. Yeah, so you see the 1-up right there, but this is not where the stage starts. Well, even if you know exactly where it is, Father Axekeeper, I'll be honest, like, you describing it like this is not going to help me. You're not going to be able to describe it in such a way that I'll go, oh, okay, yeah, I know. Because I won't recognize, like... I won't know what any of that is. You know, I wouldn't be able to understand it if I had the level right in front of me, let alone when I don't. Yeah, see, these guys aren't very attentive. They seem to have less HP also. See, I start with medkits. Wait, I have 4 lives now. Oh, fuck me. Did it save? Well, what happens if I clear this stage and get 5 lives? Okay, this is not what I expected. Maybe... Fuck, what if it only like, maybe it'll give me the next... Like, if I clear this, it'll save the sort of stats for the next stage. You know what I mean? I reckon that might be the case, in which case we... Well, regardless, we know that we can go back and play this stage. We quite clearly saw the 1-up in the cutscene, so it's definitely there. And we'll play the final level and we'll see what happens, I guess, when you game over. Like, for all I know, it's possible that it'll just say try again and you restart the mission with 3 lives, and if we do, that should probably be fine. But the other option it's looking like now is maybe we have to like redo levels up till that point
White Knight, the British
to
Navy
like
has just
increase the
launched
number of
Tomahawk
lives that we
missile to
arrive
destroy the
at
bazaar.
that stage with,
Evacuate immediately.
which is an interesting
Just need
system
a
if that's the
little more
case.
time.
Someone was shooting. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a crate over there. The Saigon level was like pretty long, but I didn't like how cramped it felt. It was just hallways. Like jumping from that level to this one,
White Rook.
This
we
is
have a
like
problem.
more
That jet is armed
exciting.
with Soviet SB-5
Even though
nuclear
this stage is like
warheads.
2
If the incoming
rooms.
cruise missile detonates those warheads, you're going to have a nuclear disaster.
The Tomahawk is out of range. We cannot abort the missile. Repeat, we cannot abort the missile.
I do wonder if
Get
that is
out of
Colin
there
Salmon.
now.
It does sound like
I
him.
have to evacuate that jet.
But at the beginning of the game, I thought maybe that was Pierce Brosnan's voice. That kind of had me thinking like, oh yeah, maybe they have the actors, in which case, sure, he's not the, like, most difficult actor to get. But given that they don't have really any of the other principal cast, I mean, he's such a kind of bit player comparatively, right, that maybe? We gotta get like a card, key card or some shit. There's an armor there. Oh, sick. Okay. Where's the armor? There we go. No, can I please collect it? There we go. Can I? Oh, there we go. The circle key, or the circle button, is like the button you use to interact with stuff. But it's also the button you press to, it's the button you press to automatically turn towards the closest enemy. Oh yeah, so the movie, or the opening credits theme is going to play after we finish this stage, probably. Yeah, why does it turn around and why is Bond not in the cockpit? So I'm going to see if I can skip it, or else I'll have to mute immediately. Got the finger on the mute button right here. Okay, we're good. So let's save. And we'll save over this save. And we'll try the final level and see what happens. It would be really bizarre if we now have 5 lives, but I would, you know, I'd happily take it if that's how it's gonna work. But I reckon it's just gonna give us like stats for the next level.
Approximate location of the stealth boat. MI6 and the Chinese secret police have agreed to join forces. You and Wei Lin will approach the stealth boat by raft. You'll then board the boat and communicate its exact position to me, while Wei Lin creates a diversion. Stay alert for further instructions. Carver may be armed with the missing nuclear warhead, so proceed with caution.
So there's a whole bunch of like the villains who are in this location in the movie, right? Like Stamper's there and Gupta's there. Like hypothetically, we could have a bunch of boss fights in this level. Like we've had boss fights in the middle of stages, like the rocket launcher dudes in the last one, right? So, and the helicopter. Dude, that was in the same level. Like if that was earlier in the game, going, like, getting up to the rocket launcher man and fighting
See if
him
you
would
can find
be
the engine room and stop this boat.
like the full
I know
level.
what to do.
Right, I'll look for a communications terminal and relay our position.
James, be careful.
Kinda looks like her. Sounds nothing like her, though. Wait, do we play as her again, or do we play as Bond? Oh, we're Bond. Oh, I got 0 lives. Okay. I mean, that's to be expected. Nice little exit sign. Oh yeah, we got the Volter P99 now. That's pretty cool. That's a nice touch, because he gets that in Wei Lin's like weapons cache. This looks pretty sweet. I could have stealth killed him. That's fine. What do I do? Contact M via comlink. Find missile panel. Stop missile launch. Defeat Carver. I reckon Carver's gonna be the one boss fight. Whoa, okay. That 90-degree turn was not as visible as I would have liked. It's locked. I'm fucking nervous. No armor or anything. You know what? Stealth is gonna help us. Medkits. Looks like it's inside the Death Star. Pretty much. Okay. Thought I was targeting him and not the crates, but that works. Oh, I'm so nervous. But I figure there's no way we're going to clear this stage without taking a death. So we should just see how much data we can collect until game over.
Mr. Carver, we have Wei Lin, but there's no sign of Bond. What do I pay you for? We're ready to launch the missile. Find him!
Rescue Wei Lin. Yeah, okay, this is pretty cool. That's kind of like the movie. She does in fact get snatched. Dude, some fucking armor would be nice. Or a key, I see. It's like mashing circle to target. Okay. I keep pressing square to shoot by mistake. I thought that was a one-up. I just saw something spinning golden. But, yellow key. Ah, so that's why there was a yellow light over those doors, I see. Wait, did we get a... Yeah, rescue what? Like, that wasn't there, right? That's what I like to see and stuff like this. It reminds me of some of the better, like, Hitman missions in the recent Hitman games where you have this kind of briefing, you have a plan, you have a sense of what you're supposed to do, but it sort of shifts throughout the mission as, like, situation escalates or unexpected things happen. I think that's just, like, a cool concept. Okay, the hallways appear to basically work to my benefit at this instance. Getting hit though. Okay, great. So I was reloading there. So much damage there. I don't know why I just like basically wasn't hitting. Range thing. Okay. Ah, there we go. All right, what happens next? I'm going to assume that we're getting booting back to the menu and we just get to pick level and we have the same life situation. Failed to complete required objectives. You can still save. That's interesting. I guess... yeah. Boy. Would I ever consider doing a Hitman retrospective? I don't know. Like, there's some, like, the early parts of that series are pretty rough. I play those games. I played the first one when it came out, and I bought Hitman 2. I remember. Like, I didn't buy PC games very frequently, but Hitman 2 was a game that I, like, went to a store to buy as soon as it came out. And the problem with that is that the game was broken. Like, you could do the first few missions, but then I remember you get to the Japan missions and, like, the AI was totally broken. Like, enemies would see through your disguise and snipe you from like 5 miles away, and you had like enemies driving trucks around a loop, and they would like not take into account that people, like other guards, were on patrol. So you'd mind your own business, and somewhere on another side of the map, an enemy truck runs over an enemy dude, and because someone died, they call the alarm, and you're in like an alarm state and fail the silent assassin thing. Like, so I remember I just stopped playing when I got there. And in the first game, like, I don't know that I ever cleared the jungle levels. There's so much like weird jank in those games that I feel like I'd be a little bit put off trying to play those games. No, I mean, I'm sure those bugs were fixed. And I'm sure with the first game, some of the stuff is like you could have a better sense of how it works. And even, you know, there might be like fan patches and stuff to fix certain other things. Like, I remember the save and checkpoint system in the first game is just really messed up, where like it saves, there's like a weird checkpoint system where certain like conditions are kind of saved. So like you get into an alarm state and you fight a bunch of dudes, and then you die and respawn, and it's like the game doesn't like rewind to the state where you hit the checkpoint, but it's like you're just being transported and revived, but the entire stage is like where it was at when you die. I remember weird stuff like that. So I don't know, but I mean, I have I think I have most of the games, because they did like that HD thing, which I think I have. I got it through like Games with Gold, or it was free on Xbox or something. I got that. I'm pretty sure I have Absolution as well. I guess I don't know if I have Blood Money, which I think was in between, right? Because there was Hitman Codename 47, Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, Hitman Contract, or maybe I'm getting those two mixed up. Was Contracts the third one? And then I think Blood Money was after that. And then Absolution, and then the new ones. Yeah, the first couple of games, they really kind of, they were iterating a lot on the formula. Yeah, Contracts is the third one, yeah. I played like one level, like the intro level of Blood Money, I think. And that's about it. But I played a bit, at least, of the first two. I mean, Absolution is just a very different type of game from what I've seen of it. It seems like intriguing. I'm sure there's like all of the IO interactive games have like interesting stuff going on. I'm sure I would enjoy it. It's not maybe what Hitman fans were looking for, but I don't think it's probably a terrible game or anything. So, I don't know. Playing all those games seems like a pretty huge commitment. Hypothetically, I would be interested. Like I said, I never finished those first few games, so it would be kind of satisfying to do that. But I also know that, like, it's one of those things where, yeah, it gets better but I'd struggle to have such a hard time right off the bat. And, you know, the recent games I've played a lot, so that gets like kind of less exciting for the purposes of doing this kind of project of playing through the whole series. I mean, for me, most of the time I've done that. I mean, with Mortal Kombat, obviously, I'd played all the games, so that's less of a discovery. But most of the time when I've done stuff like this, it is because so much of it is foreign to me that's exciting to investigate. And I mean, with Hitman, the thing is, getting to the modern games, they're still fucking amazing games, and I would have fun playing through them. And you have such tremendous freedom to do stuff different ways that I would have no problems making it entertaining for myself and hopefully people watching. But we did actually play through Hitman 3 on stream when it came out. I can't remember if I did the entire game from beginning to end on stream, but I streamed it quite a bit. And I remember I deliberately, like, I didn't get the Hitman 2 DLC when it came out, but I have it now. You know, because I got whatever bundle that has everything in Hitman 3, and I remember always feeling like, you know, I don't want to play the two, because there were 2 levels added to Hitman 2, and I think there was 1 level added to Hitman 3, and I haven't played any of those because I figured whenever I play those the first time, I should do that on stream, because if I'm going to stream it, it's always most interesting if you don't know the level already, you know. Yeah, I'd recommend using there's like this I forget what the site's called. I always Google it when I want to look for a VOD, where you just, it's like a search engine for Twitch VODs. You type in the channel name and you can like type in search words, because Twitch's own VODs browsing stuff is terrible. I have no idea if I would have highlighted those streams or not. Like, I would think that I would have, because I typically highlight most of my streams. But I reckon if you just search for Hitman, it would probably come up. But yeah, those games are fun. I don't know. Right now, I'm not exactly on the lookout for big, daunting, time-consuming game series to play through. But it's not an uninteresting idea for sure. Okay, well, so it's starting to look like we might have to replay like half the game, because I'm assuming if we pick the stage, we'll see what happens, but I'm guessing we're just starting with 0 lives. Because I think the hotel stage is where I started losing lives. Like, up until then, I was doing okay, gaining lives more than I was losing them, I think.
See if you can find the
is this
engine
not
room and
skippable?
stop this boat.
I know what to do.
Right, I'll
Seems
look for
not.
communications terminal and
This
relay
actually
our
looks
position.
a decent amount like the
James.
movie.
Be careful.
Well, I was gonna say outdoors part, but like they're on the outside of the ship, and yeah, they did a good job of recreating it. Yeah, 0 lives. Okay, well, I guess we can. We booted this up here, so I think wrong weapon equipped. That stealth kill. Yeah, we're not gonna waste any more time trying to stealth. So we're not gonna complete this because we're gonna die. But let's see if we can get a little bit further. Yeah, I would not have put him on YouTube. I definitely wouldn't have bothered with something like that. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay. We're already doing worse. Yeah, because that was a good while ago, and I don't know if I had a habit of highlighting everything. the way the lives work is basically anytime you clear a stage and you save your progress, on your save file, the game sort of keeps a record of how many lives you had when you got to that stage, it seems like. Which means that I can start the stage as many times as I want, but I will always start it with 0 lives.
Mr. Carver, we have Wei Lin, but there's no sign of Bond. What
which means I would have to go back at least one stage and try to clear that with a few more lives. But the last few stages are like the hardest ones. So if I am to gain a bit more of a buffer... I didn't even realize there's a blue key right here. Oh, that's the office key. If I'm to get, you know, any more lives, I need to go back further. Because if I redo just the last stage before this, you know, maybe I'll have 1 life. But I know that there are other stages before this that I did, like, not very well. Like, I took some pretty stupid deaths, and I'm like, you know, I've got plenty of lives, which I kind of did at that time. Because you know, if I'd realized how the life system worked, I would definitely have been more careful. I think those are actually the guys that killed me last time. I died very close to this spot, at least. Or maybe here. Yeah, I think I actually died right there. Yeah, see, the enemies seem to be able to... They are, like, better at targeting you at range than you are in these later stages, it seems like. Bond sounds like British TTS. I like his voice, it's pretty good. Alright, so we took a few deaths in the car stage. But we definitely took some deaths earlier also. Sure, but we fucked around a lot in this stage, but I don't know if we took a bunch of deaths. I'm curious how many lives I start with here. I don't remember. I'm sure pretty much all these levels I'll do them better. The only thing I'm worried about is the the Japan level in the boss fight. If I have to actually fight him for real and he doesn't get stuck inside the wall, I might, like, do worse. So, how many lives do I have here? 4. I think there's life in this level. Yeah, it's just right away. Stealth is, like, completely pointless. So, like, I might as well do this level. Like, it'll be pretty quick. Look at how many medkits you get. Quite a contrast. use this here, do I? No. That's right, I need to go find the... Okay. Remember, because now we get to this area. We get a little cutscene when he falls in. Yeah, so good. You get punished for killing civilians. So far, miraculously, we've not done that. But there's generally an objective to minimize civilian casualties. So presumably, there's some limit to how many of them can get killed, or you fail the mission. Yeah, these guys aren't paying too close attention to what's going on, are they? Nice, there's the one up. Yeah, so you need to go in here. The part that I missed. I fucked around the entire level before I found this. The access card should give me access. Retrieve hidden encoder. Yep, that's in his office. Wait. I guess I'm getting it mixed up. Maybe I have to go a little bit further. Oh, yeah. I think it's in the other room by the exit, and then I go back. The objectives say. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't play out quite the way I remembered it, but... Just this whole part with the... So awkward. For the most part, you're kind of reliant on the auto aim, auto targeting stuff. So when you have to do manual aiming like this, it's a bit rough. You can stun them by shooting them, but they can lock onto you a lot faster than you can lock onto them when you have to do it manually. Yeah, so this is like the exit. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought, that I wasn't supposed to go here yet. Maybe I got confused about which door was which. I was looking forward to not have to backtrack. Of course I messed it up. I think he was upstairs. That's okay, like, I have medkits enough. Because there shouldn't be any more combat left, really. Right. I interacted with the briefcase, like, was I supposed to get something? Because I don't have a key. Do I use the scanner here? I tried. Maybe I picked up something that let me use it. Or maybe I just did it wrong. Yes, possible. Doesn't matter. Basically finished the stage. I'll just strafe around this safe door. Go. Coder. And now we can peace out. Like, press the button, but Like, whoops, I have to equip the medkit first. Gonna be some dude somewhere here on a ledge shooting at us, I think.
Look, you!
Waffle Stomped 69er. Thank you very much for the follow. Like zigzag. Oh yeah, and then you like rolls. Oh yeah, maybe there's a little 2 seconds of FMV here. That's right. There's a few little bits. There's not just the one in the beginning. Because he like tumbles down towards the floor, and then we'll see the seamless transition now. Yeah, because we saw this, and I figured, oh, maybe there's a driving stage. But no. I mean, there is, but not now. So I don't know if we did better than the first time in terms of lives, but it's no worse. Interesting. I thought for sure we would finish this game tonight, but we're gonna have to redo. We might as well redo things from here anyway, because I think we lost like 2 or 3 lives in this level. Yeah, obviously I did it like faster and smoother, but I don't know if I died on this stage the first time I played it. I don't remember, frankly. I think I must have taken a death here, because I had 5 lives on this level, and then I had 4 when I started this, but now we're at 5 on this level. And I think we started this today with like 2 or 3 lives. So yeah, and during the driving part, I took at least 1 death. No, I took 2 deaths, I think, in the driving part. Because I kept missing all the medkit pickups, and if I'd realized how the lives worked, I would have been more careful. But it's, yeah, it's these last levels that are a bit killer. But you know, if I get to this level with like 5 lives and not 2, I mean, saying that out loud, like, man, it might still be rough. But I mean, I have 0 lives when I get to this. If I have 1 or 2 lives, that could make a huge difference. Because we died in the same place there with 0 lives, but it doesn't mean, you know, that's what the level is like. Like, maybe there's a 1-up right after that. Maybe there's a bunch of medkits or armor that at least keeps you survivable for as long as you need. Who knows? But I know that this stage we fucked around a lot. I definitely took a death near the end of the stage.
Intelligence is still piecing together Carver's involvement.
But I think I took at least 1 death before that also.
We'll have the night off. I see you have an appointment to meet Paris Carver tonight at the Hotel Atlantic. Why don't you go there and relax for the evening?
It's so weird that in the game we like rescue her and we escape together, when in the movie, like, this, the entire purpose of the scene that this stage is based on is that she gets killed. Well, the real purpose is to introduce us to Kaufman, the best character in the movie, but you know, it's a weird detail to change when it doesn't seem to have any impact on, like, maybe they were just excited about having a little escort mission. Oh yeah, they're not hostile yet, right? Oh yeah, so we need to go inside here later. Oh yeah, that's where you start the elevator. It's pretty cool. You get this little, not really like adventure-y type thing per se, but oh, okay, he looked a little hostile there. But this is still pretty cool.
Can I help you, Mr. Bond?
I'm looking for Paris Carver. Have you seen her?
Yes, I believe she's waiting in your suite. And your presence is required there as well.
right, that's sick. Okay. Let's not swap till we got a little more ammo. So I gotta get some key or something from here, I think. And then we grab... Oh yeah, there's the keys. Now we go back to the garage. We can go out this way. It's good, because there's a bunch of medkits here. Yeah, I didn't know where I was supposed to go, so I was like running in circles there, and there was like dudes spawning and whatever. These guys just minding their own business. Yeah, I guess we can assume that all hotel staff on Carver's, you know, shit. They're on Carver's payroll, so they're definitely gonna try to kill us. I mean, that does appear to be the case, in fairness. Bond does appear to kind of shoot dudes somewhat unprovoked. Yeah, it's like, the game does have these little elements or sequences of, I don't know what you call it exactly, but like non-shootout gameplay. You know, we're just walking around, like enemies are capable of being programmed to like not shoot at you on sight and whatever, but it's not, it's like a little bit janky. The game just barely supports that kind of gameplay. So it's like, it's cool that they made an attempt. Meet with Paris, okay. Whoa! I definitely didn't see this last time. Ah, okay. I figured I was fine as long as I didn't touch the thing, but... Huh. Let's see if we can go the long way around. Oh, wow. I'm assuming I can't just like shoot this. It's that. Some kind of pickup, I'm guessing, but... Okay, that's fascinating. There's like a bunch of stuff that I just didn't see last time. But yeah, we did kind of hurry.
Ah, Mr. Bond.
There he is.
It's not nice to keep a lady waiting.
Where is Paris?
Let's talk about where the red encoder is first, shall we?
Let's swap weapons for the sake of the cutscene. Alright. I'm glad we get to do this again. I appear to have like hit stun or iframes or whatever. I guess it's not hit stun, is it? Also, your damage is like super random. Targeting is all messed up. Fuck, I have like no ammo. I love it when my bullets do 1 damage. Okay. Luckily it did like 7 that time. Okay, now we can go up the stairs. You can't go up the stairs during the boss fight. Annoying. Gas bomb. Oh, so that's where those things were. Oh, it's the door. Okay.
Are you all right, Paris?
Man, I really want to find that
we
one
need
up
to get
though.
out of here. Come on, follow me.
I don't think there's a timer. Oh, that looks like another. They're fake. Okay. But I'm gonna go through to the other end of the suite. Couple rounds. 8. So I'm not gonna leave there. But let's go over here. Huh. Okay. 1 med kit. Could be the difference. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't explore. Sorry. As I recall, I was like just on the verge of dying. Oh. Okay. So I didn't want to bump into any problems. Okay, this seems like it would take us to another part of the hallway. Yes, excellent. Okay, so go all the way around here. Should get us the one up. Elevator out of order. Doing. All right. Yeah, with this much heavy armor and 3 medkits and more heavy armor, we're golden. Ah, 6 lives. Okay, that's more than we've ever had. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, where's the elevator again? There we go. Right. I'm pressing. Dude, it's so finicky. You have to be in like the perfect position. It's like pixel perfect to activate the switches. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad we got to see Kaufman again. Rules. It's so fucking sick they put that in the game. It's like a little bit conspicuous, some of the stuff that is kind of missing. Like, especially when they added a bunch of stuff that's not in the movie. Like, the whole Japan thing is so weird. Like, they could have made a car... Like, the car level could still have had, like, oh, you're chasing a bunch of villainous cars and firing rockets and shit at them. Like, without it having to be some weird unrelated thing. So strange they made that choice. Oh shit, we get... Yeah, so she's not in that car right now, by the way, because she's dead. But that's fine. You know, there's a fair bit of FMV, but yeah, it's at this point fairly conspicuous that most of the clips have no like recognizable, identifiable actors. It's just establishing shots and stunt like action shots. Yeah, the animation of the car is a little funny. Okay, well, we're back to where we started, but we have 6 lives instead of 2 or 3. So even if we were to do these levels the exact same way, losing the same amount of lives, that should mathematically leave us with at least 1 or 2 more lives. But we'll be able to judge that as we progress. Like, because I didn't know how the lives worked, I always kind of assumed that I could go back and just farm more lives, not realizing that's not how it works. So I wasn't too concerned about losing lives, at least not for as long as I had like 3 or 2. But once we're down to 1 and 0, that, you know, I figured, we'll die and see what happens. So at this point, if I clear Hokkaido and I'm at like 2, I'll probably say, you know what, we lost too many lives, let's redo it. But if I die twice and still have like 4 lives by the time I get to this part, I'm probably gonna be okay with it. I am curious though, I wonder if there might actually be a 1-up in every stage. Maybe not this one, because the on-foot section is really short. Because obviously there was one in this stage that I hadn't seen before. We found one in this stage, and I don't recall we found lives in any of these 2 stages. I think we might have. So we've got 6 lives currently, and we know we can at least get 1 more here. Not sure. Anyway, getting a bit late, and I think this is a perfect place to stop for now. We're in a good position to redo the second half of the game on next stream. Yeah, like the level design didn't seem like it would allow for too much hidden stuff. Like, I knew when we did the hotel stage the first time that I was really rushing it. Like, I didn't want to explore at that point after defeating the boss last time. So it makes sense. And in fact, I remember feeling even before getting to the boss fight, it's like, wow, we got this whole hotel floor, and I tried the first door and it just led to the boss fight, and then I found her, and then we left. Like, it felt like I had left stuff unexplored. And it usually, like, if you saw how the newspaper factory stage looked, like, there's not that much. Although, now that I say that, I think we might have missed a 1-up. No, we found the 1-up. But there is a room that I know that we didn't look at. It must have had an armor or something. I remember, yeah, I know the exact layout, and there was something there. But we did find a 1-up in the corner there, so whatever we missed, I'm fairly sure at least it was not a 1-up. I gave myself a little bit of a panic attack there. Anyway, yeah, the game's it's pretty fucking sick. I'm really liking this game. Like, I still reckon that a lot of people who had played GoldenEye were maybe not, you know, they would have wanted something different, something more. I think PS1 owners who were envious of their friends with N64s would perhaps not have felt that this was like the vindication, you know. I'm just thinking like how I would have expected people to kind of perceive it at the time. It's not reflective of my opinion on it currently, but in any case, I am receiving it very well currently. We'll leave it there for today, though. I was kind of thinking, I was hoping we'd finish this game quickly so I'd have a good excuse to wrap things up a little early, because I am very tired after a day of shelf assembly and whatnot. But we'll wrap things up a few minutes early at least. This is exciting. I reckon we'll probably finish this on Wednesday. And I'm quite happy to get to play this for one more stream. And having finished these stages, it should be fairly smooth sailing, I reckon. Now, as we wrap things up, though, let's see what is happening? All right. That girl Joey is playing Elvira, Mistress of the Dark on the Amiga. That's a pretty powerful game. Good October programming. So let's go check that out. NPC, no, this is not, it's a bookcase kind of a thing. It's not a wall-mounted shelf. I have some kind of vague ambition to one day figure out how to mount something on the wall. But until then, I got basically a big old Alex shelf, I guess. I'm not even going to try to describe it. Look it up. Anyway, thanks a lot for hanging out. This was fun. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the finale, hopefully, of Tomorrow Never Dies. Till then, take care. Take it easy. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.